Just going to do a quick little demo of the WP Bunny Stream plugin for WordPress that is integrating the Bunny Stream API with the WordPress Media Library, so everything works behind the scenes once you set it up. And about 2 years ago, I asked about this from Bunny.net, and they told me that they have an API, and I can use it to build an integration. And I kind of just sat on that. But now that I'm building my Tutor LMS site, I needed something that worked out of the box. I looked into the Tutor LMS Bunny.net integration. It doesn't really do much. Nothing that you can't do if you already have access to a Bunny.net account, and it basically requires you to have a Bunny.net account. So I'm not sure what it's doing. Maybe it's loading the embed player, Bunny's embed player, that offers a number of added features and like chapters and captions, and includes a number of parameters. But you'll have to set all that up through your Bunny account. And so there are certain things that you can do through the API. There are certain things that you can't do with the API. I don't think there's a way to create chapters in a video via the API, but there are ways to set parameters through the API or through the embed URL that you configure. And so I started to work on this plugin as a way to finally get that plugin that I've been meaning to implement on my Tutor LMS website. I did find one thing was that the Bunny Embed Player does not work by default, which is why I suspect maybe that's something that Tutor LMS's integration is doing, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. There's no practical use for it except for if it's using Bunny's embed player with those extra features that I just talked about. But the WordPress does not support the HLS format that the Bunny embed player uses, and or at least doesn't use the iframe tags that it requires for displaying that in the HTML. So what I did was I wanted to create a solution that was as compatible with WordPress as possible. So we are using the MP4 URLs as a default, and that's what's used in the WordPress Media Library. And if you select that video to use in another video block, that will be the video, the URL path will be the MP4 version from Bunny.net. So it will work with everything. But if you want to have the embed player with those extra features, the chapters, captions, available parameters, you have to use a block that we developed for the Bunny Embed Player, and that's the Bunny Embed Player block. Here. And you can see we have settings for the caption file and all the available parameters. Some helper text here as well, just so you know what it's doing. And you can set all these up here in the block. And you can upload a video as you would any other video. And this will be offloaded to Bunny.net behind the scenes, if it works. Great. I'll have to debug that. That didn't work for a second, but still very early version 1.0, and we'll roll with that though. And so you'll see that there's some extra features here with the embed player, and we'll save that. So this is the regular video block from WordPress, the Gutenberg video block here. And you can see the difference. They're completely different players. This one has the ability to turn up the volume, press play, scrub through it, and full screen. That's about it. This one right here has the ability to set the quality. Oh, you always have to press that. Set the speed. And then you saw those other parameters that were available there in the WordPress block. So just to demonstrate another feature is, let's check that out. It's offloaded at bunny.net. And another thing that we do is when a user uploads a video that has upload capabilities, what happens is a new collection is created for them. So WPBS for WordPress Bunny Stream, and then their user ID. It's just to depersonalize using their user ID, but the collection is then assigned to that user, and all of their videos are placed in their assigned collection. And this is the video that we just uploaded. So now let's try deleting that from the WordPress library. There's our video. And you can see here that this is actually using the MP4 URL. And you set the host name and the library ID and the access key in the plugin settings page. Now I've already done that, so I'm not going to actually show anybody. But if in the plugins settings page, you set the full host name, and we made it so you set the full host name because at bunny.net you can create a custom host name, but the default host name is the pull zone and then b-cdn.net. And in order to allow for custom host name, we just have you manually input that entire URL there. And then the library ID and the video ID, or the library ID, is set in the plugin settings page as well. But let's go ahead and delete this from the WordPress Media Library. Yes. I'm going to refresh this page here. And it's gone. So as far as your users are concerned, they don't need to mess with bunny.net at all. They don't need to know that it's being offloaded to Bunny. Everything's working from the WordPress Media Library as expected. And if they want to have the embed player with those extra features, they'll have to use the Bunny Media Player block that comes with the plugin. And the settings are going to be under settings, and then here I might name that Bunny Stream or WP Bunny Stream. Right now it's bunny.net settings, but this is specifically for the Bunny Stream service. And I think that pretty much covers the basic functionality of the plugin. There's a very specific process for handling video uploads that I won't get into, and there are some extra features that we may implement as a premium plugin, or premium version, or a premium add-on of this plugin. Now, Tutor LMS can go ahead and integrate with this plugin when it is available on WordPress.org, or I'm in talks with Bunny.net to see if they want to take this plugin over. I've asked a support rep already about it, and they kind of shrugged me off. I was kind of hoping that I can get some credits for putting in probably about 10 days worth of work in order to get this plugin up and running. But in any case, I'm going to essentially reserve and start developing premium add-ons for this plugin. So I'll provide it for free, and Bunny can take it over if they want, and they don't have to pay me anything, even though, this is something that's really going to help their bottom line. Um, but I'm going to one of the things that I'm thinking of is creating a Shaka Player block, which is a open source third party media player that's going to provide even more features than than Bunny's Embed Player, including DRM protection and the like. So and if Tutor LMS doesn't integrate with this plugin, I can create a premium add-on that integrates with Tutor LMS. But if they want to integrate with it, that's their prerogative. They would just have to use the Postmeta key for the embed player that's stored in, of course, in the database in the Postmeta, um, and then construct the HTML with iframe tags in order to play the embed player. But of course, because the MP4 player is available, you can continue to use just the basic MP4 player with the limited features. With this, with any plugin, including Tutor MLS. But if they don't provide the call to the embed player URL that's stored in the Postmeta, then it won't be used. And that's what all the block is doing, is just fetching that embed player URL in the Postmeta.